What is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for NyynewsTV, and boy, oh boy, do we have an exclusive for you today. But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for contributing and hanging out with me on a 24-hour live stream we did on August 1st. It was amazing. It definitely exceeded all of our expectations. And again, to this amazing community, we just want to say thank you. But getting into the nitty-gritty of today's story, I have confirmed from multiple sources, but I got my last one that confirmed. And when he confirmed, I was ready to run with this story. The New York Yankees at the deadline, Brian Cashman and his team were all but sold on selling off assets of this club, as they feel like this team is not a couple of days of playing bad, couple of weeks of playing bad. This team has now a long extended period of not being a really, really good baseball team. I think, what is it, over the last 200 games, they're like a 500 ball club. And he was told no by Hal Steinbrenner. To sum the whole thing up, Hal Steinbrenner believes that it is his duty that if the Yankees are within reach to make the postseason, they have to make the postseason, because anything can happen if you just get in. We've heard these comments from Hal Steinbrenner before, so this should not shock anybody. They want to just get in. The New York Yankees, according to my source, had multiple players ready to be traded. There was apparently a deal in place potentially with the Arizona Diamondbacks for Luis Severino. Also, Baltimore for Luis Severino before they got Flaherty. That deal, my understanding was all but ready to rock and roll. I didn't hear about Anthony Rizzo. I didn't hear about that. I did hear about Harrison Bader. I did hear about Gleyber Torres. That was something that Brian Cashman actually felt would have been able to better the club by getting the assets back. He thought he could have. All of those were basically nixed in the butt, saying do not make any moves. This team can go out there and win. They can get in. And he felt any player they would get would not be the talent level that these guys are on the field. So here's the biggest story of all of this, is that the Yankees are a mess. And guys, it's very, very clear. You saw the reports. The Yankees are going to look to sell. They're going to look to buy. Then they're going to look to sell off assets of the last year players that, contracts are running up. They're going to look to make those moves. I even heard another one, too, that they had a couple of deals in place for relief pitching. Wandy Peralta, another one that Ron Marinacci was attached to one of the starting pitchers they were going to deal. We know the stuff with Domingo Germán, which, by the way, is a lot worse than even what they're telling you. Things happen in the clubhouse. Very, very bad. TVs broke. A lot of mess. The Yankees right now are in a complete, they're just in a complete mess. It doesn't seem like there's many people on par with each other. And when you go back to this and you watch this club, guys, I think the majority of Yankee fans figured the Yankees probably should sell off some assets. So it looks like Cashman, his team, were all kind of in the same boat in that. I do hear, if this is some good news for some people, that we're probably going to see Everson Pereira. I got a feeling the Yankees are going to be cheap. They'll wait till after the 19th, that additional year of control, then get him up. We might see him sooner if the Yankees really do believe that a spark like him could come in, do well. The only way I see the Yankees getting in, by the way, is if he has like a Gary Sanchez moment. He comes up, puts all that energy in this club, and they go off. And maybe that's a possibility, but look, Hal Steinbrenner is the owner of the club. He feels I got a duty to, everybody below me, that if we have a chance to get in, we got to go for it. But here's my biggest problem. Hal Steinbrenner is a hypocrite. That is my biggest problem altogether. And I call him out on this all the friggin' time. If you want your team to go for it, open the bank. Stop the nonsense about staying under the luxury tax. And look, I'll say this too. He spends money. I'm not going to knock him for that. He does spend money. No team needs to be at a $300+ million payroll to win. But here's the problem. If you're going to stop stuff like this and stop a sale and stop the team from selling off players that really aren't beneficial to us anymore, we could potentially get something back and build towards a 2024 run. You got to put your money where your mouth is. He likes to come out to the media and say, hey, we'll go over that tax if it's right. We'll go over that. We'll do this. We'll do that. But when it comes to put up or shut up, he typically shuts up in that regard. Because my answer then is, why didn't the Yankees go out there and buy? If you felt this team could win and you felt that this team is only 3 games out, we're not going to sell off peace, we're not going to wave the white flag and go, we're out of this thing, then why did you not buy? Candelario's off to a great start with the Cubs. They didn't get a lot back for him. You mean to tell me you couldn't make that deal? There's multiple options out there the New York Yankees potentially could have done, whether it was stuff that I liked or whether it was stuff that the fan base liked. At the end of the day, if you guys really believed in it, and Hal Steinbrenner really believed that this team's going to go on a run, they'd be okay to get into the playoffs, because that's just what he wants to do, because it's a crapshoot. Anything can happen. Then why didn't you put your money where your mouth is and add to the team, even if it cost you to go over? That's the problem with this organization, is that they are, indeed, what I said before, a just get in organization. It is not we want to be the best to get in and dominate. We just need to show up. As long as we show up to the party, we might leave with somebody. If we don't, we're not giving ourselves a chance. We just want to show up. We might not leave with the prettiest one, but we're going to leave with somebody. And they don't want to go for the trophy right now. And that is my problem. If you're stopping Brian Cashman from selling off, I don't care if it was Sevy, Bader, you got a good package for Gleyber Torres, a couple of relief pitchers. Guess what? There's a possibility that your team could have benefited from what they got back in the future, or potentially even improved by using some of their younger players, and maybe they would have hit a little bit of a spark and it would have been a different feeling. But hearing this news and having it confirmed, I am not all stunned, because I know how the Yankees run. We all see it. They're completely dysfunctional based off the comments they make, the quotes they make. Then you match it to their actions. It never adds up. It never adds up at all. So the Yankees are in a very weird predicament. Everybody basically has them listed as a loser at the deadline. I have them listed as a loser at the deadline. I think everybody else I've spoken to has them as a loser at the deadline. We expected so much more. But with that being said, guys, what do you think about this news? Put it in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to NyynewsTV, the best in Yankees news, rumors, and entertainment. We'll see you guys later tonight for Game Season.